This is my mic for today. Okay, just bear with me. Hi, my name is Keldawat, and I owe everybody an explanation. Intro was a little bit nostalgic, I'm not gonna lie. It might be cringe now by today's standards, but still nostalgic for me. The primary thing about this video is it's gonna be unscripted. I'm sorry, I did not come up with a script. I just had a feeling and I was like, I just need to do this or else I'm never going to do it. I haven't made a video since high school, a YouTube video anyway. And I've been thinking a lot, very hard, mind you, about coming back. I just didn't know when or how I was going to reintroduce myself or what I was going to do content wise. Like, I just had no idea. So, yeah. In the interest of time, I'm going to give a rundown of reasons why I haven't put out a video in 5 years, because apparently that was my last upload. College, school caught up to me, high school, right before college, you know. And big girl job, okay? Gen Z's now freaking going into the workforce, and I'm a part of that. So, all of those things. And then life in general. Life in general happens, guys. It really catches up to you. And then you don't have time to put in the effort or the time to do things that you want to do. Like this video, for instance. This was a long time coming. I've really been thinking about this. There's probably a bunch of other reasons why I haven't come back sooner anyway, but I feel like that doesn't matter right now. I feel like what matters is the content that I aim to produce and why I do what I do, which I will get to explaining why I do what I do. I've been creating content since I was little. I don't know. It all started with a BlackBerry and a 10-year-old girl who just wanted to yap her mouth and say whatever. I don't really know what the purpose was. I just did it. I just clicked record and I would make a parody video, or I would just talk about things like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to hear yourself talk sometimes. Sometimes it can be bad, don't get me wrong, but other times it can be really good. It's relieving talking to yourself. So that's what I did. I just recorded myself and talked and made jokes I thought were funny to myself and everything, and I watched it back and I was like, yeah, this was funny. Like, you know, it's just something I did in my spare time, and I did it for fun. And, you know, I also watched YouTubers, like many of us did. You know, I watched YouTubers and I just thought what they did was so cool, like gaming YouTubers and, like, you know, content creators in general. And I was just like, huh, I kind of want to do this. And what was crazy was I didn't think the stuff that I was doing when I was little was in any way content creator like. It was just doing things that I thought were fun, and that's usually how it starts out. It's just doing things that you think are fun. And I was like, I kind of want to do that. So when I got internet access, I decided I was just gonna make a nice little Instagram and stuff like that. And, you know, based on the background, you can probably tell I'm a loser. Okay. I love all kinds of fandoms, as you can tell. I like anime. I like music. I love Hello Kitty to death. I like nerdy. I'm a nerd. I like nerdy shit. Okay. So all of that stuff kind of translated into the things that I posted on Instagram. That was like my first social media platform. Like, I posted everything on there that you can think of. I treated it like it was a diary, and it's not a diary. You should not do that. But that's what I did when I was a 11 to 12-year-old. Okay. And I'd make different accounts and everything, and I'd talk about anime. I had an anime account at one point that caught some traction and everything, because my first anime that I was ever obsessed with, and my favorite anime of all time is Attack on Titan. So that was what my first account was themed after and everything. And I just talked about Attack on Titan, the new episodes, and just anime in general. And again, I was young, I was in middle school. Was I acting cringe? Yes. Was I acting crazy? Yes. But it was fun. I just liked doing me and talking about things that I enjoyed. And it didn't realize to me that other people are into that stuff too. Like, I just did it just to do it because it was fun to me. And it just kind of caught on with other people. And I thought, this is cool. I like this. Eventually, I lost access to the account, you know. And then I started another account. And I had some inspo from my friend who made an account for the fandom we know as Animal Crossing. And I was like, I want to make an Animal Crossing account. I love Animal Crossing. Loved Animal Crossing since I was in elementary school. I loved it. And I never found players that were like me. And, you know, like, I never found anybody else who played the game. And I never found players like me. I noticed that the Animal Crossing space, specifically on Instagram, or like, I guess the fandom in general, was like very cliquish. I didn't like that. It was very cliquish. And you'd only have certain content creators play with other certain content creators. Like, you know, the very aesthetically pleasing, like, town and everything like that. If you're an Animal Crossing player, if you know, you know. Like, the very aesthetic pictures and, like, you know, the furniture matching just right. And you play with your very aesthetic friends who also have their aesthetic pages. You tag each other. And they had, like, thousands upon thousands of followers on Instagram. And I was like, y'all are so fake. I don't know why. But I was like, y'all are so fake. And the thing is, nothing was bad about them in general. Like, truly, I liked their content. That's why I followed them. Shoot. But it always irritated me because they would act so, like, high and mighty. Like, they weren't able to play with the other players that would ask to play with them all the time. Like, they thought they were kind of, like, better than them in a sense. Maybe they didn't think that, but, like, you can just tell, like, comments upon comments of people, and you're not responding to them. You're not giving them any type of engagement. And I was like, this is crap. These people like you. Engage with them. And I was thinking that to myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to create a space in Animal Crossing on my Instagram that includes everybody. That gets people like me, you know? I want to make a space for my people. The people that just want to freaking play games, and Animal Crossing just are just supportive of one another, whether you're extremely aesthetic or not aesthetic. And that's what I did. And whether or not you've stayed with my YouTube channel for this long, this is the reason I created it, was because of making that Instagram page for Animal Crossing. It was known as Pisces Crosser, and it had almost 1,000 followers. I got up to 900 followers, and I made the most cringiest of content. I look back at and I'm like, oh my God. But if you were here from this time and you've stayed, I don't imagine a lot of you have, but if you did, oh my gosh, thank you for sticking around with me for so long. Like, you're amazing. But I feel like I grew a community at that point. And again, this was me just talking about things I wanted and just being kind of real. And it caught on with other people. I didn't think I was funny in the slightest. I just thought it was funny to me. I just made things that I liked, and it caught on with other people. And I was like, whoa, like, this is crazy. So I was playing with people who were, like, extremely, like, well known in the Animal Crossing community on Instagram anyway. And I was playing with them, and they were seeing my content. And I was also playing with people who were new players and stuff like that. And it was like, I felt like I was building a bridge. Like, you know, I felt like I was building a bridge. I was like, yeah, we're all fam. In the club, we all fam. That's a really stupid thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be that cringe. But in the club, we are all fam. Okay? It doesn't matter how much money, how many bells you got, how aesthetic your pictures look on Instagram. Okay? It didn't matter. I'm playing with you. Like, it was everything. I love that Instagram so much, and I met so many good people because of it. And the friends I met and the people I met along the way are what inspired me and actually kind of inched me to making a YouTube channel. Because in the back of my mind when I was a kid, I was like, it would be so cool to do YouTube one day, but you would never do it, right? And then the people that I was, like, making a community with, they were like, dude, like, your freaking videos are, like, so funny and stuff like that. Like, you should make a YouTube of, like, your outtakes and everything. And I was like, yeah. And this was when I was in high school, mind you. I had a lot of pent up, like, insecurities and a lot of things going on. Okay, so some of that stuff might have translated into what I did during my content creation. I yelled, I screamed, I did the full 9, right? However, making that honestly made my day, and I feel like making this YouTube channel honestly made my day. And even if it didn't garner like views and stuff like that or whatever, it made me happy because I was putting stuff out there and I was finally doing something that I felt expressed who I am, I guess, like, or like in a sense, like I just liked having fun. I just liked having fun and I liked putting stuff out there, and it made me like so happy to do that. Eventually my Instagram stopped. My Animal Crossing Instagram anyway. I had made like another account, and then after that I just kind of, it dwindled down after a period of time, and then I deleted my original Animal Crossing account and everything. Just to talk about some of the stuff I posted on there, I posted these things called island videos. They were all in good fun. I see now how they can be distasteful. I do. And I've reflected on it as I gotten older, and I'm very embarrassed about the jokes I made on there. Some being pretty offensive. I'm so sorry. They were never meant to be taken seriously. Like I said, I liked poking jokes and having fun, but island videos on Animal Crossing New Leaf were so fun to do because I could joke and I met people because of it, and it was all in good fun. It was never supposed to be serious, and eventually it got taken serious, and I was like, whoa, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for, because I always thought it was in good fun. I never thought it would get to the level that it got to, and then people were upset with me for a point in time, and I can see why. I was like full of rage and like a bunch of other stuff. Like I did a lot. I was doing a lot, and I just hope that those videos did not come across as a reflection of how I actually am in person, because me in person, compared to the way I do my content creation, like talking about whatever I want, like even yelling at some points when I was like 16, I'm actually a pretty timid person in real life. You could ask my friends. I'm pretty timid. So it was just like it felt freeing in a way making that content. So eventually I did have to give it up. And then, eventually life caught up to me and stuff like that. And then 2020 happened. I had graduated high school and the world was collapsing. Oh my goodness. And on a whim, at the time TikTok was going around, like very popular, and I would pride in myself on being one of those people that was like anti-TikTok. I was like, you guys, TikTok? I could never join that. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And then you see you see on Instagram Reels and stuff like that, mainly it's TikTok videos, right? And then you're like, this is stupid. And then one day, I had an idea for a TikTok. And I was like, I had that weird urge to just do what I like, you have that urge that you don't think it's content creation, but you just want to have fun and do what makes you happy. So I had an idea for a TikTok, and I posted it. I made an account and posted it. And I was like, this is kind of fun. Posted another, and another, and another, and another. And then eventually, y'all know what happened? I got to 10K within a year. And it didn't feel real to me because my caption has always stayed the same. I just liked having fun. And that's the truth of like all that I do when it comes to content creation. I just liked having fun. I was goofing around. I never meant for it to be like a serious thing. And then I realized I tried not to have emotional attachment to TikTok and stuff like that. I was like, I'm not that emotionally attached. Like these people, no, I had fun. And again, I met amazing people, and I liked doing what I did. And then I eventually made like a small little intro video because I hadn't like said my name or anything. And then eventually it went from 10K to 18K to now 30K followers on TikTok. And it doesn't seem like that much from like a content creator's like point of view. Like TikTok fame does not equate to YouTube fame, and it does not equate to Instagram fame. It doesn't equate to it's its own thing. TikTok is its own thing, right? It doesn't equate to that. However, it made me happy because TikTok felt really freeing, for the most part, because at the very least, with my other accounts that I had made on like Instagram, like content wise, it was for a specific thing. With TikTok, I could talk about anything. One day I could talk about social issues. The next time I could talk about how I kept my Duolingo streak at like 300 days. I could talk about Hello Kitty. The next day I could talk about Pokemon. I could talk about anime. I could talk about anything. I could talk about my favorite cereals. Like, you know, it was fun, and it felt free in a way. I really felt happy. I really felt happy. I can't speak. I really felt happy doing what I did. And now, the TikTok ban is upon us, and you're probably thinking right now, oh, she's jumping ship to Utah. That's the only reason she came back. No, I missed y'all. I did. Okay, I was thinking about coming back. I was. But now I think is officially the time to make a slight comeback, just because I like what I do. And I like getting to talk about whatever I want. And, whether it catches on with like one person or 100 people or 1,000,000 people, I probably will never get to that point. But whether it gets to that point or not, I could probably care less, because at the very least, I know I'm being myself, I guess. I know I'm being myself. I know I'm being like I try to be the most authentic I can be. I'm still timid. There's still stuff I will definitely not share. I'm still way different than I am on camera, speaking to a camera anyway. However, I still try. It feels freeing, because it feels like you can finally do whatever, as long as you're not offending people, as long as you're having fun like I like to do, it is okay. It feels nice. And with TikTok coming to an end, I would like to keep making content and stuff. I'd like to keep making people smile, because I've gotten like messages over the years of like people like telling me like, oh, like your content helped me get out of like a dark place and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? That's crazy. Like, it's you that's taking yourself out. Give yourself the credit, okay? But it also, it's like an honor. It's like, I'm so happy I could put a smile on your face, even if it's something stupid that I said. Like, it makes me happy. It really does. And I just like sharing. I like sharing things that I like. I like sharing thoughts. I like sharing opinions. I like sharing a bunch of stuff. And I do it. I've done it the same reason I did it when I had my BlackBerry and I was that little girl. I did it because it was fun. I did it because I wanted to. I did it because I was being myself. And, if I can make content, and granted, as you can see, I am not a good editor. I'm working off of now a desktop. I used to do YouTube videos on my phone. We're upgrading. Okay, we're upgrading. But as you can see, I'm using a Sharpie as a mic, even though I may not have the best editing, even though I may not have the prim and proper tools to maybe like have eye-catching visuals that like, draw you in like freaking Mr. Beast or like freaking Jay Aubrey or like Turkey Tom or whatever community you're a part of, and you can think of like really well scripted videos and stuff. Even though I may not be that, I still feel confident. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do to my best ability. And as far as content wise, it's gonna be whatever. The main forms of content I'm thinking of making on here, at least now, are video games, anime, Hello Kitty. I don't know why that's like an outlier for me. Unboxings, things I like showing off, and talking about whatever I want. It could be social issues. It could be, it could be whatever. It could be what I'm wearing. It could be fashion. It could be, like things that I like. And if you're here for the ride, which I hope you are, and I hope you made it to the end of this video. I know I'm a yapper. I'm sorry. But I'd like to reintroduce myself. Hi, my name is Keldawatt, and I have a lot to talk about. So if you're here for the ride, if you stayed till the end of the video, thank you. I know that in my old YouTube videos that I posted 5 years ago, or older, I called my following, or the people who are my subscribers or whatever, I called them my buddies. And, you know, I still think that. I still think we buddies, you know. Why change the format? Why do it, you know? I might do it if you know, things catch more traction. But, you know, for now, I'll say, hey buddy. Hi. My name's Keldawatt. It's nice to meet you. And I hope you are here for the ride of whatever I have to talk about. So, with that being said, thank you for listening to this video, and I will be back with a video, maybe let's say like next week. Can't promise anything, but I would like to. I'd like to start a gaming playthrough, or of nostalgic games, to be fair. Games I haven't played in a very long time. Or I might just talk about a little subject, and if you want to hear me yap, you can hear me yap. But with that being said,